Hi guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas. I hope that you are enjoying the Vlogmas videos. It has been such a blast making them, definitely busier than I usually am on my channel, but so rewarding. And today I wanted to do something to be especially festive, and that is the Festive Christmas book tag. The original is by another Kate, and her channel is called Girl Reading, so I will link the original video down below if you have an interest in doing the tag, because I looked at several different Christmas tags and this was the one that seemed the most fun to me. The first question says, a fictional family you would want to spend Christmas with. And I didn't have to think long before I thought of the Elliott family from Elizabeth Gouge's Elliott Family trilogy, simply because they do holidays very extravagantly. So the Christmas meal is not only a meal, it is a feast, and they think long and hard about what they're going to wear for Christmas dinner. I just think it's a tradition that's more and more lost, of dressing for dinner and dressing up for holidays, you know, making yourself look extra special for those special days. And they put out their nicest dishes, and they have a house cozy with lots of fireplaces lit and lots of warm beverages being drunk, and just a really cozy day of books and opening presents and spending time with family. So without a doubt, it would be with the Elliott family. The second question is a bookish item I would like to receive as a gift. And I'm assuming this is an item that is maybe not necessarily real, but you've read about it in a book, and I thought of the time turner that Hermione uses in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And without a doubt, I think this is the first thing I would pick. And honestly, why I would pick the time turner is more time to read books. And also, I would get to take back those books that put me in reading slumps. So yes, the time turner. The third question says, fictional character to make the perfect Christmas elf. And this is a character who's not talked about all that much on BookTube, nor is this book talked about that frequently on BookTube. And this is the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. This is a not very plot-driven novel, but it's full of hilarity. And this is about a group of men who just travel around the country, visiting different places and meeting really interesting acquaintances. But one of the main characters in this is Samuel Weller, and he's just incredibly affable and a true gentleman in every sense of the word. And I just came to really love his character. And I think that he is just extra helpful, and he is Mr. Pickwick's kind of servant, attendant, and really just looks out for him and wants him to have everything that he needs. And so I feel like Samuel Weller would make a great Christmas elf. Question 4 says, match a book to its perfect Christmas song. So I was scanning my shelves, and I came across Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, which I definitely think of as a Christmassy read, and I know many of the people in the BookTube community do. And I thought of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and specifically the line, next year on, our troubles will be miles away. And I just thought that they do go through lots of struggles and trials, but they stick together, and I think that's exactly what Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is about. That even through, despite these hard things that you're going through, if we stick together, we really can get through it. The next question, question 5, is book or fictional character that should be on the naughty list. And I'm going to throw some shade and say The Great Gatsby. This book was so terribly underwhelming, and just basically the most underwhelming because of its huge reputation that it has and how much it disappointed me. And I don't understand why it has the reputation that it does. Question 6 is book that deserves more love and should be put on the nice list. And I'm going to have to go with A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth. I did this as a summer reading project with Hillary from Your Robot Friend, and it is one of the best reading memories that I have ever had, and I think will ever have. And I think there is just so much in here on politics, on love, marriage, death, and growing as people, and birth is also in here. Just all of the different stages of life, religion, so philosophy, just so much to be gained in here. And there's also lots of literature references for literature lovers. And I think that so many people are intimidated by the 1,500 pages. But two things I will say is that page count should not put you off a book, because if it's 1,500 interesting pages, then it's not going to be hard to get. The second reason being that the chapters, see here's 4.6, so volume 4, chapter 6, and you go one page and that's a chapter. So I think this is one that, even though it is long, you really feel that you're making progress as you continue along, and you know that you can get through it. Question 7 is a book cover that has a wonderfully Christmassy feel to it. So red, golds, green, and I actually didn't have too many book covers that look very Christmassy, but I do have two that I'd like to show you, and they're both kind of vintage. And the first is my Mary Stuart modern classic of Madam Will You Talk. So it's just coincidentally that I picked this for a December read, and when I got it I realized how Christmassy it looked with its red and its green. And then the second is even more vintage Christmas, and this is the Oxford Book of English Verse. So this looks very Victorian. It's a beautiful book. I got it in a thrift store a few years ago with the gold edges on it and the gold trim around the cover, and I think it's so beautiful and classic and cozy and snug looking. Question 8 is a book or series you love so much you want everyone to find under the Christmas tree this year. This should not come as a surprise to anyone, but it's really not talked about enough on BookTube. So, All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot. And the first is All Creatures Great and Small. The second is All Things Bright and Beautiful. And the third, All Things Wise and Wonderful. These have so much to offer for so many people, and they are also, for the most part, very family friendly. So these make for great read alouds, including the audiobooks read by Christopher Timothy, and these books are just wonderful, and I think so many people would enjoy them if they actually gave them a try. That is my festive Christmas book tag, and I am not going to tag anyone simply because it's only a couple days away from Christmas. But if you do want to kind of jump on the opportunity, then consider yourself tagged, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye guys.